Welcome to episode 4 of the SCL game analysis. This week we're looking at Randolorians Baywatch versus Grey Squadrons Tempest. Week 1, Season 4 on Galitan. Episode 2, Galitan. This time we're going to see Tempest on Empire and Baywatch on Rebels. Okay, let's have a look at the loadouts for Game 2. We've got Detenchi, Alex in Bombers. What's up, Doc? Oh, so they've actually made a switch here. They've taken out Fame for What's Up. And Disco and Sitka as well. Sitka coming in for... Oh, Detenchi and Bathwater, that was it. Okay, and then we have Maticus and Lions in Bombers, Velian and Ekpired in Defenders, and a Soda in Support. You could actually bring out ICT against that. And I know some people will say that it's not necessarily a good thing given it's Galitan because of all the rocks where people can hide behind and stuff like that. But if they're behind a rock, they're also not shooting your objective that you're trying to defend. It forces them to move to a defensive position. So I make this distinction quite a lot with the huts. You're not looking too much to actually kill people or completely strip their shields or something like that. The thing that you're actually trying to do is to mount pressure. And pressure is useful because it forces your opponents to make mistakes. And especially if it's constant pressure. So, standard loadout for Detenchi. Probably looking for a dumbfire there, I think. Was that double iron for Disco again? I keep missing Alex there, but I think he's in the standard build. And that's Kongs or Ions? Ion, right. And Lions was in... Yep, standard farm. Yep, 2 ion missiles, 2 standard farm, and 1 support. Okay, here we go. Are we looking at a dumbfire here, or just getting in close to try and get it? I do like that approach, though. That's a interesting approach for just kind of coming straight at it. Usually I kind of go either above or below to get it. Okay, good from both sides there. Cancels each other out. So that's the first pack. Second packs should be coming in at the same... Well, they should have come in by now, really. And we are seeing a bit of back and forth on that. A bit of a bonk for What's Up, Doctor. Not sure what happened there, buddy. A bit more farm for Tempest here. I really think that Rebels should be winning the Open on Galitan just because of the farm. It's a lot nicer to hit. So far, not as many kills, though. Maticus Rex gets ioned and gets out of it. Can't be capitalized on, and Baywatch answer with a bit of farm on their own. But Tempest, and they do this quite a lot, they make sure that if they need the Raider, that it's there to be able to take it out. And I've noticed a lot of teams don't actually do that. They focus primarily or almost solely on PK and farm, and that's it. They don't really consider the Raider. It's another tool to be able to use to win the Open. So if you prep it well enough, then you can just use it when you need it. So if Baywatch here had sorted their Raider, like stripped its shields and done a bit of damage into it, they could have used it in order to flip it in their favor. I mean, at this point, they would have only got half an attack, but maybe Alex would have still been up. It has knock-on effects because everybody's priorities change. Let's see when these shields go down. I think that was the only kill in the Open as well. A little bit slow here. Oh no, sorry, maybe not. It just felt a little bit slow. A little bit of a bonk there for Sitka on the Nebulon as well. I think he was trying to go for a resupply, didn't realize that the phase flipped, perhaps. Yeah, so that was a really good time from Tempest, actually. Just 1 or 2 seconds off of absolute top of it, really. And then the damage just gets laid into. Again, I'm not seeing much farm here from Baywatch. I'd expect this to come in a lot quicker. But Alex did die on the Open, so you've only got the 1 farmer. But it is, in a way, having 1 farmer is a lot simpler for the farm because you don't have to coordinate. Which means that you can just go after the whatever you want. Because if somebody's actually at the respawn, then they're not out of the game for 20 seconds. They're in the hangar bay for 20 seconds, but then it takes them at least 10 seconds to get back in position. Was that a mistake? Did Torp go off on that, or was that intentional? Not too sure on that one. Can anyone is anyone from Tempest in chat? Want to help me understand why that frigate was taken down in phase when the morale wasn't hugely in your favor? Unless the point was to just take 1 in phase and get the other out of phase, which I guess works, but I probably wouldn't have done that. Intentional. Okay. Okay, so that must have been the plan then. Take it in phase so that it forces sorry, it allows you to take the other one to be out-phaseable, as it is now. So 1:30 on the attack, just less than. And they were able to take both frigates again. This is really impressive damage for Tempest. Lions did go down, but even then, that's still really impressive. Now, it's not going to be as short of an attack as it would be if they had 2 out-phaseable, but if they hadn't have taken it in phase, then they wouldn't have been able to get the other one out-phaseable. But that also presents the interesting opportunity that when it's Tempest's next attack, that they use that to counteract an out of phase from Baywatch. So you can play it either way, really. I don't mind either option. It's just a feel in the moment, like, what do you think is best? Oh no! Oh no, no, no! They were both full health as well! Oh, that sucks! Oh, you hate to see it. Yeah, that play that you did for the Nebulon really put you ahead. It's a really good thing. We weren't sure if we would take it or leave it, but decided we wanted to push second lower so we could have easier flag attack. To be honest, there's not a huge amount of difference between a frigate that's after you've taken the first frigate that's out-phased, right? And you've got the second one. Let's say you've got the shields down and it's got a bit of passive damage on it and it's gone down to like, I don't know, like 80 or something. As long as it's less than like 60, it's basically all the same. It doesn't slow your attack down that much because the only thing that's going to happen is it forces your opponents to do one of two things. They either stop farming and focus the raider so that they can take it when you take the frigate, or they're just going to continue farming as if it's nobody's business, and then when you take the raider, it counteracts their farm. But that was a really good defense. Charlie did get out phaseable. I think raider did get taken there. No, it didn't. That only got taken afterwards. Okay, but it was low enough. Maybe it did get taken. Soda, maybe you can help me out with that one again. But Baywatch were able to get 1 out of phaseable. It's a shame. Like, the shields didn't go down on Delta as well. As soon as, for me, when you're about here, as soon as you hit about half morale, then Delta's shields needs to drop. The other frigate shields need to drop. So that you're prepping it for either your next attack or switching to go over. So it's everybody's always doing like more than one thing. Those 2 crashes, man. That's so unfortunate. It's just one of those things. Sometimes it just happens and then it's really difficult to bounce back because you've got 2 suddenly you're in a 3v5 situation, right? And Tempest could either immediately pile on the PK pressure, literally do like a 3v1, 4v1, maybe even a 5v1 if they're feeling frisky, and then just switch to a different target. So you pick up Disco, and then you pick up Alex, and then you pick up What's Up Doc or something. Was that a double disable on those shield gens as well? Right gen disabled, left gen disabled. Yeah, double disable, okay. I like how Tempest prioritized targeting there. It's a really good shout. I mean, it's got so many benefits to taking it out. It's worth 10% hull on the MC75. Now, the ISD's targeting is only worth 1%, but that's after you take it out. The MC's targeting, it whittles it down. So you do 10% damage to targeting, it takes 1% off, and then it just keeps going down like that. And it also has the added benefit of half passive damage if you have to have another defense, which can in certain situations be absolutely critical to winning the game. And it also means that you get shot half as much. And by that I mean the turrets on the flagship, and these 2 things are the same for whether it's the ISD or whether it's the MC75. The passive damage is halved if you take it out, and the turrets shoot half as often. They don't shoot literally half as often. So that means that your players, your teammates are going to survive longer when they're there, and it also means that it's easier to out of phase if it's required, because you're just going to get shot less. So let's have a look at how long it takes Tempest to take this down. So they've disabled the shield gens. That gives them 60 seconds. 60 seconds to do 60,000 cap damage. No, sorry, 75. Because the shields are 60, the hull is 75. When did they go down? There, so 57. 57. Targeting goes down 10 seconds later. Really like that prioritization of that. half morale in 20 seconds. Sorry, half health in 20 seconds. Couple of weak spots still left. There we go. So it was 57. We've had 30 seconds of damage so far. The soda does go down. Another weak spot gets picked up, and it goes to 3, 2, and there it goes again. So again, 40 seconds. Absolutely fantastic damage from Tempest here. Let's have a look what happened for Baywatch, though. So they picked up a kill on a soda late on in the game, in the phase, sorry. The farm is really slow. Sometimes it happens, though. It really does. Sometimes it just happens. There's not much you can do about it. You guys have been practicing taking out these flagships in 40 seconds, haven't you? This really is on point. Yeah, again though, Raider doesn't go down. That's a shame for Baywatch. That is a shame, but Tempest were absolutely on point. In some instances, depending on the teams, you can actually have a quicker takedown of an ISD than you can an MC. It's such a shame about that double bonk that cost Detention and Sitka, though. It really is a shame. It just immediately put Baywatch on such a back foot, losing 20 points of morale. It's almost 30%. Almost 30% of the morale bar. It's huge. If that hadn't happened, then we'd probably be seeing a double out of phase or something. Actually, maybe not. But it would have been a lot closer. It would have been a hell of a lot closer. Did Asoda, are you still in chat? Can you tell me if Tempest decided to destroy the shield gens at any point? I know you disabled them, but I'm interested in if you actually destroyed them. Because I don't think you did. I've run the math on ISD and MC takedowns and stuff, and it's like 40 seconds is really close to the theoretical maximum. And if you practice it well enough, then it means that your team can... well, the entire thing depends around Ekpyred and Velian staying alive. Because if they can't get off the double disabled, then they can't do enough damage to be able to take it in one phase, right? So that means that they have to go back and they have to actually destroy the shield gens. Because the shield gens are 7,500 health, and that's 10% damage that you could be doing to the hull, right? So it makes a lot of sense to... If you can take a flagship down after disable the shield gens, because it gives you 60 seconds to dish in the damage, assuming everybody can stay alive, it is doable. So you don't actually need to waste effectively 20% damage because you've got 7,500 per shield gen. You just dump that damage into the flagship instead. So it's a really, really optimized approach. The only way to kind of counter this is taking out Velian and Ekpyred so that it forces the bombers to try and take out the shield gens. That's the only way I can really see how to counter it. Unless you set up like some kind of crazy defense and you wait for them. But otherwise, you are not stopping the damage. It just happens so quickly. Like, you can... If a team is committed enough, you can take a frigate in under 20 seconds and you can take a flagship in under 40. It's like... This is why I want to see some of the modifiers changing. Because, personally, whilst this is impressive, and believe me, this is impressive, I don't think it's good. Because I want to see if the team can bounce back from it. You know? I want to see more opportunities to come back. And actually win the game and stuff. Such a shame for Baywatch. But yeah, Baywatch. Raider. Raider and farm. But we all have days where we're just not feeling it as well. It happens. Can't be perfect in every game. Let's have a look at the scoreboard then. What have we got? Got Lions, 40k cap with 14, and Maticus with 13 AI. 2 deaths for Tempest, 3 deaths for Baywatch. 2 kills for Baywatch, and 1 kill for Tempest. I mean, the numbers that Detenshi and Alex have chucked up are really good. That is a shame. Tempest were absolutely on form, though. Cannot deny that. Decent farm numbers, considering they only had 1 defense as well. The only thing I would say is the taking that frigate in the attack phase. Yeah, Tempest's first attack, taking the frigate. Yeah. I'm not saying it's wrong at all. In fact, I quite like it. I just think that there's the other option of saving it to steamroll. Very situational. Sorry, very kind of like in the moment kind of, do we want to do this? Do we want to do that? There's a million and one other things in a game that I can't even see. But I like it. I really like the play. But GG, both teams. GG.